Uh, Good morning, everyone. A warm welcome to our Abort Master, Brother Joe Huang, Hualien Dharma team, and brother and sister around the globe. Today's Saturday Hualien Dharma talk. Okay, so today I'm Sister Mabel. I will be doing the opening today. So, okay, so I will be sharing a short acceptance speech from Master, title. Okay, dear Bodhisattva, as today has passed, life has also diminished. In our life, when we are young, we must work hard. In our prime, we must remain stable. Time is invisible, so we must carefully, steadily make the best use of it. Be committed, but whatever needed to be done, do it with sincerity. For only then there will be reward. Diligent, be truly diligent, for what you do is what you earn. In this life, the next, and even future life. If we are diligent and committed in previous life, cultivating good causes, good connection, then in this life, our work and aspiration will proceed smoothly and successfully. Okay, so Kan'en Master for the sincere teaching. So now let us send our sincere prayers into the 10th direction. May the Sahara land be free from disaster and peace be well in the world. Let us sing the prayer song with sincere piety. Let's put our palms together.
In my heart, I feel deep gratefulness. All my heart is filled with sincere prayer. From all corners of the world, let us join our hearts and pray for a world of harmony and peace. In my heart, I feel deep gratefulness. May all the Buddhas hear my prayer. All united with one heart, let us end our hate with love. May there be no suffering hereafter.
Okay, so may all minds be purified, may there be peace in the community, and may there be no disaster in the world. What? Okay, so before we hear the wonderful sharing, let's invite our Dharma Master to lead us in paying homage to the Triple Gem. Let us pay, sorry. Let us say the prayer for universal love and blessing. Let us put our palms together. So with loving respect, gratitude, and confidence, let us wish every person in our life a healthy body and enlightened mind and total fulfillment in universal love. Now, let us expand this consciousness to include every person in the world, every being in the universe, and let us unify our love to make this wonderful world even better. Let us all immerse ourselves in the joyful embrace of universal love. Amen. So before we hear the wonderful sharing, let us invite our Dharma Master to help us lead us in paying homage to the Triple Gem. Let us pay our respect for this teaching and explanation to Buddha and Master Cheng Yen by making 3 sincere bows. Let's rise, palms together. First bow, second bow, and third bow. And a bow to our beloved abode master who joined us today. Okay, so this is our agenda today. We have Sister Su Ching, Brother Keong Chee Ho, and Brother Chris Chu will be sharing later. Okay, so let us invite Sister Moon for our weekly summary. And over to you, Sister.
Thank you, Sister Mabel. Good morning, brothers and sisters. I'm Sister Moon here. This morning, I will be privileged to have the opportunity to read the Dharma poem on behalf of Sister Su Ching on last week's sharing. A reminder of what was been discussed, yeah. The first reading is from Sister Su Ching's education sharing. Tzu Chi's education path of love and care. 35 years strong. Education shapes the future where kind hearts belong. 4 great missions. All must grow with wisdom's light. Teachers guide with values, making hopes bright. The education mission was a tiny seed, now a forest vast and wide, nurturing the spirit with love as its guide. From kindergarten to medicine, learning takes its place, building moral values, humanizing the human race. Bamboo banks inspire giving, small acts like flight. Millions of kind thoughts turn darkness into light. Across the world, compassion's hand extends with grace, bringing aid and learning to every distant place. Virtual classrooms linking hands across the sea, boundless knowledge shared with love and empathy. Hearts are broad, the world expands with kindness spread. One pure thought can turn despair to hope instead. Through each lesson taught with love, new seeds are sown, a future filled with wisdom where great love is known. And then we have Brother Alan from Malaysia promoting recycling for the future. Brother Alan joined with a heart sincere in a parent-child class. Tzu Chi's path of learning made his purpose last. Certified in missions both to teach and care, guiding hands in recycling, spread love to share. Recycling alone won't heal the world we see, but lessening harm is where all we need to be. The 5 R's must be our daily way of life, beyond short-term fixes, reducing waste and strife. From center to center, his journey grew among simple hearts, learning something new. At first, just cleaning, no thought to teach, but wisdom deepened his mind and heart, and thus expanded his reach. His voice became a call for change, a human loudspeaker, loud yet kind in range, recruiting hands, training minds, sharing all he knew, spreading awareness as his passion grew. Microplastics unseen, yet harm they bring. Trash in rivers makes oceans sting. A farm reminds that food takes time. Nature's patience is truly prime. Brother Allen reiterates that cycling's path is one to see. It's a call to a journey of love for you and me. And we have Brother Sean Tan from Taiwan on love-driven innovation approach to disaster relief action. From love and care, each idea takes its form and flight. Tzu Chi's mission shines like a beacon in the night. Not just an NGO, but a movement strong and vast, bringing aid and comfort, making kindness truly last. In the Tzu Chi logo, a lotus holds the ship that sails through endless strife, carrying hope and healing, bringing dignity to life. Millions aided, burdens lifted. Through compassionate hands, schools and homes rebuilt in many distant lands. From the 1980s, Tzu Chi hospitals rose from faith and endless heartfelt giving. A vision shaped by Master so all may keep on living. Crowdfunding efforts from long before the world took heed, mobilizing hearts to answer those in dire need. Innovations turn each problem into something new. Water, shelter, accessory, food, solutions tried and true. Mobile kitchens, blankets warm, relief in every storm. Helping hands ensure the cold will soon be warm. From Taiwan's heart to nations struggling far and wide, with love, volunteers take Master's wisdom to every corner and every side. A foldable bed, a shelter set up in a minute, not a day, bringing care and safety in the fastest, most efficient way. Before the world saw change as the way to strive, Master's vision had already brought love alive. Crowdfunding, compassion, and care for the earth, she nurtured these values long before their birth. Decades ahead, her wisdom shone so bright, turning kindness to action, guiding with light. A visionary of love, steadfast and true, spreading hope before the world even knew. Kanan, brothers and sisters, for listening. Thank you very much.
And then Sister Moon for the great summary for last week. And so today we have three sharers, as Sister Maple have shown earlier. So the first sharer is none other than Sister Su Ching. And she's going to share about the guiding reader, honoring Sister Lo Mei Chu and the team from Taiwan. So in crisis, compassion arises, passing on the Tzu Chi spirit. So now call us upon Sister Su Ching is going to share with us on this guiding reader.
Brother Chin. Good morning, Master, Bodh Masters, brothers and sisters. Wonderful morning. Okay, let us today share the stories. Because the time is already 6:44. There are actually four sharers from this group. But we depends on how much time we have. Okay, maybe first we will bring on Sister Su Minghui. These sisters are all the mentees of Sister Lo Mei Zhu. We are most grateful. Let us hear from Sister Minghui first. The story is the left sister passing down the Tzu Chi spirits harmoniously from the Taipei group, Tzu Chi Taiwan Taipei group. These are all the seniors volunteers in Tzu Chi. She will talk about these 5 points. Okay, let us start from starting from the scratch on Sister Minghui's is it Minghui? Yeah, Sister Minghui's wedding nights. The couple spent a brief intimate moment at the friends of the mother-in-law's house. The next day, they have to return to their old house and to begin their life together, starting a business selling toy. Why is it in such a rush? Because apparently that time the granny passed away, and according to the custom, they cannot celebrate the wedding in their own home. They have to like find another home. That's why they rent this place, and it was like just like a bit like makeshift. One day after that, they have to leave the place. From there, they started the business from scratch. Everything have to be like borrowed to buy money to buy scooter for deliveries, and someone to order wholesale goods. Slowly, they progressed from peddling goods to opening a store. And from Taiwan, they later even managed to venture abroad. So the business become more and more stable. When the business become more stable, then the home brother became addicted to lottery games. 大欢乐, I think at that time in Taiwan, it was very popular. Lottery games, apparently, they even lost 2 home. I mean, they can the money enough to buy 2 homes at the place they stay. Later, they after they stopped the lottery games. The husband went into stock a few days in this in the stock during the peak. They even can lose like 2 cars. She said after that thing stopped. They stopped the stock dabbling in the stock. It became addicted in gambling. Gambling, it will be overnight gambling, like the Tong Siew, they say play until the next day. So very fortunately, she said in 1992, the home brother began to participate in Tzu Chi, joining the environmental protection activities. So he stopped all these lottery, stock, and gambling. They started to take the Tzu Chi for spiritual soap, which is the contentment, gratitude, understanding, and accommodating, and it saved them from divorce. With the hearts united, the couple is now able to achieve more success in their business. Now, in 2003, they moved to this place already. So they bought a factory. Before that, they bought when they moved to this place, because business started to be very good. They also can build their own. They have their own money to buy this building. But in 2003, impermanence happened. The fire broke out, and the factory, we can see destroyed. The 33,000 square feet space are all destroyed, but fortunately only the building is destroyed. No injuries and no casualties. Even the neighboring one, they say fortunately also because neighboring is like no one really staying there, so no neighbors is affected. So she reflected on Sister Minghui reflected on Master Chen's teaching that the wealth is shared by 5 parties. So they felt 5-fold gratitude. They transformed all this sadness into deep felt gratitude. Grateful that everyone was safe despite that great fire. That the hard work, they are very grateful to the firefighters for really helping them to those of the fire. And they grateful for the care and support that they received from the Tzu Chi volunteers. Of course, they are very grateful that it did not affect their neighbors the fire, and grateful for the solidarity and cooperation of the employee during the most difficult times. So what are these? Wealth is shared by 5 parties. According to Master, on 1st July 2003 in Bodhisattva in the Human World, Master said that the wealth is shared by these 5 parties: fire, flooding, thief, robbers, unfilial, or wayward children. So feeling the impermanence of life, they became more proactive in making donations and took on greater responsibilities. 2005, they assumed the role of Luzhou Heqi team leader in their community. And another 5 years later, they even took on the position of Sichuan Social Education Coordinator. The home brother, the husband, brother Lin Jinghe, and this couple, they wanted to introduce to business because they're entrepreneurs. They want to bring these Tzu Chi ideas to the Tzu Chi owners, but how to do it? So they started the book study in 2014. And it continued until COVID-19. How it's all started? Actually, during that time when they went back to report to masters, that one time master gave this home brother Lin red packet ang pao lah. Inside got 200 Taiwan dollars. So he was so happy. I think it was Chinese New Year or something. It was Chinese New Year, and then he was so happy to receive this 200, and he promised to donate 200 to master. Master said, Master said, the 200 he mentioned that definitely has more zero compared to master's ang pao. Master is grateful. Then this sister Ming Hui asked Master, can I seek your blessing that she hopes to start this book study among the entrepreneurs in that community. So Master said that is a good, to Master, sharing the wisdom is a bigger present that Master could receive. So Master give them the blessing, and they started this book study until because of the COVID forced them to stop. But during that 7 years, they managed to inspire more than 10 entrepreneurs to join Tzu Chi. So in July 2022, the home brother, hoping to help business owner gain a deeper understanding of Tzu Chi, assumed the role of president in that community Rotary Club. He adopt a lot of Tzu Chi spirits in this Rotary Club. It's like a skillful means. So they even, because he borrowed the idea of Tzu Chi Young Shoot Young Shoot Scholarship Program, he implement into the Rotary Club Sunshine Youth role. This initiative allowed the business leaders to experience the profound joy of personally giving and supporting others. Means the club members, they will donate, and they also have the chance to give the money contribute add aid to the students. So they feel like he's trying to let the entrepreneur also participate in this act of giving. Not only just transfer the money, but also to literally meet the students and give the money to the students. But life is impermanent. September, the home brother passed away because of this ruptured blood vessel in the brain. He was not able to personally host the award ceremony. Yet, Sister Ming Hui, she is very grateful to the team for stepping in and successfully completed this scholarship program, benefiting 420 children and inspiring the business leaders of the Rotary Club. This act of giving has continued every year, and the donation and this award has now been held 3 times, providing support to 1,385 elementary and middle school children. Actually, in fact, okay, this is another. Okay, before these are the husband, Tzu Chi volunteers also set up a Zui Fei, like memorial of the home brother. So they even also set up a ceremony award during that day, making it very, very meaningful. At during this Young Shoot Scholarship Program at Sanchong, everyone was donating to support this California wildfire relief effort in United States, sorry. And one of the scholarship recipients was so deeply moved that the students can donate 2,000 Taiwan dollar out of the 5,000 scholarship money she received from Tzu Chi charitable fund, hoping to contribute to this wildfire relief effort. You can see that the kindness is inspired. In fact, at the end of 2013, after the Typhoon Haiyan disaster in Philippines, the Rotary Club was not able to raise a donation. They tried that, but they cannot. But after 7 years of hosting this study group and completing the first Sunshine Youth Scholarship and award ceremony, things changed. When the Turkey earthquake happens, the members were inspired and they willingly organized a donation drive, raising 5 million Taiwan dollar to support this Turkey relief effort, because the people are inspired. They have the Dharma water. After the 7 years book study, they went through the Sing, they learned how to do it. So 2013 cannot even get a cent, but 7 years later, they can get 5 million donation. So the brother, this first on the left, brother Tu Feng Chuan from this Rotary Club Scholarship Committee was deeply moved and made a vow to invite 10 people to join the Tzu Chi family. Sister Ming Hui, very grateful to Masters for guidance. Guided by Master Chen Yan, I have learned to face adversity with wisdom, to rely on the Dharma for self-reflection and growth in the present moment. She has, this is from her, I have come to understand, deeply understand that the wealth is shared by 5 parties, and in life, we do not possess true ownership. We only have the right to use what life grants us. We understand this sister Ming Hui never, and I mean, endlessly dedicate her life, even when the husband passed away, that 追思会, the Memorial Day, also turned into like award ceremony for the students, and she continued following very closely sister Mei Zhu, Luo Mei Zhu, this the right side assistant Luo Mei Zhu, her mentor's footstep. Actually, okay, maybe next round, next week, next Saturday, we will share the stories of sister Luo Mei Zhu. Actually, very 震撼 one. This group of 4, each of them wow, their stories is not lesser than another. They shared respectively of how when disasters happen in Taiwan, the balance 3 of them out the 4 groups and how they can transform in the eye of disasters, how they can transform into the disaster place into pure land. This is the one that Sister Luo Mei Zhu shared, but because of the time, I will share it next Saturday. But very, well, we will see how each of them, they can do it. Like Sister Su Ching, wow, she also very good. She shared about this earthquake in China, how she went to China to relieve the suffering. Sorry, Sister Luo Mei Zhu, she will share the stories of Luzhou Grand Happy Mall, the great fire that broke out because of this couple that quarreled. The wife suspect the husband having an affair. Because of that quarrel, and they accidentally lighted up their unit and ended up the whole building also on fire, and 15 people were killed and people there lost their home. It was very, very tragic. I just give you a glimpse of what happens. See, people safety netting and they're supposed to protect them ended up killing them because they never like try to open it. So during the emergency time, they can't even open it, and some of the cages just dropped down to the floor and killed the people. Okay, maybe I just take this opportunity today okay, to share this one of the stories. When Venerable Fo Ying and the poet Su Dongpo visited Ling Ying Temple, they stood before a statue of Guan Yin Bodhisattva's Venerable Venerable Fo Ying respectfully bowed in prayers. So Su Dongpo was very curious. He asked, everyone prays to Guan Yin Bodhisattvas. Whom does Guan Yin Bodhisattva pray to? Venerable Fo Ying replied, Guan Yin Bodhisattva prays to Guan Yin Bodhisattvas. Then this Su Dongpo, he was puzzled. Did he reply wrongly? This Venerable, why would Guan Yin Bodhisattva pray to herself? Venerable Fo Ying explained, because she understands better than anyone that relying on oneself is more effective than relying on others. Looking at the disasters we are facing, we also heard about this. I think everyone should be very, concerned. We trust. So this morning, we are very grateful to have the chance to send the prayers to our families in Thailand and Myanmar. Praise that they will be safe. The death and casualties will be lessened. The earthquake, how close are we? How close are we? It's very close already because Thailand and Myanmar is our neighbors. How close are we to the end of the world? Trust, we all have the answer in our heart. And we also, I think we will hear more of Sister Mei Zhu and the team sharing, and we can see how each time the team can transform the calamities into pure land. The path is made by those who walk it. Master share with us. So every small actions, Master always talk about the xiao mai on the clock, or the small ants that climb on her alarm clock. The clock on the table. This small action, we believe, can create significant change in the world. And it's all start from you, me, and everyone. Thank you for listening. Never forget the path we came from. Su Ching, and grateful to everyone for listening. Okay, I pass back the platform to Brother Chin.感恩.
And then Sister Su Ching, I love your sharing on Hualien Bodhisattva. Right. And Garden Sister for catching up on the time. And obviously that you have, I know that you do have a lot more to share. All right, next we have Brother Keong. He is going to share on the path of promoting vegetarianism. And so without further ado, Brother Chee, the platform all yours.
感恩 Brother Chee. Good morning to 上人, 金色 Podmasters and brother and sister. So let me share my screen.
Your slides is up, Brother Chee.
Okay. I'm Chee from Sedang Community, and for giving me this opportunity to share some of my little stories about promoting vegetarianism in recent years. Every time I talk about vegetarianism, my friend always remind me to share this photo. The before photo was taken when I was at my heaviest, while the after photo was taken just a few months ago. I think I do look a bit different after switching to a healthier vegetarian diet. In the after photo, I had lost nearly 20 kg. My skin looked brighter. I feel I had more energy, and overall, I appear healthier. I'm sure many of you have heard of the Healthier Me 21-day challenge. This photo was taken before we start the challenge. It really feels like an incredible coincidence. The man in the middle is Tim. When we were planning the Healthier Me 21-day challenge, we actually referenced Tim's approach. He personally experienced significant health improvement after switching to a whole food plant-based diet. He even set up a kitchen and ran 7-day and 14-day health challenges. After observing his program and seeing its effectiveness, we adapted it into 21-day challenge and promoted it globally. Later, when Tim returned to the US, I was fortunate to help him to connect with Tzu Chi America. Eventually, he became the ProVeg International Director and was the one who inspired me to join ProVeg. It really feels like we help each other grow. Later, through the arrangement of Tzu Chi Taiwan, Tim had the opportunity to bring ProVeg founder Sebastian Joy to Hualien, Taiwan, to meet with Shangren and share the work with ProVeg and share the work that ProVeg has been doing. The Healthier Me 21-day challenge has spread to over 10 countries and more than 16,000 people joined. I'm truly grateful for every Tzu Chi volunteer's collective efforts. The Healthier Me 21-day challenge features healthy cooking methods, and the Taiwan team thoughtfully compiled it into a textbook for everyone to learn from. This book content is really rich and comprehensive. If you're interested, you can buy it online or check with Jingsi Books and Cafe. When Singapore Tzu Chi volunteers visited Jingsi Hall in KL, we talked about the Healthier Me 21-day challenge. Even if the program is reduced or eventually stops, the experience leaves a lasting impact on the participants. Whether they are vegetarians or not, they now clearly understand the health benefits of plant-based eating. Thousands of blood reports have proven this, giving everyone more confidence in promoting healthier vegetarian diets to others. Thanks to the Healthier Me 21-day challenge, the Plant Power Foodies Facebook page was created to promote plant-based eating. This page is jointly managed by Malaysia, Taiwan, and Singapore, sharing knowledge and updates on vegetarian diets and related events. The idea of hosting vegetarian meetup came from the running the Plant Power Foodies Facebook page. These meetups are designed for vegetarians and even non-vegetarians to make friends and share experience. I'm very grateful to Sister Su Ching, who visited KL a few months ago and kindly helped organize a KL meetup. When the event was first opened for registration, over 30 people signed up. I was curious, why were there so many people interested? Later, Sister Su Ching explained that vegetarians outside of Tzu Chi are different from Tzu Chi volunteers. Within Tzu Chi, there is a supportive atmosphere where volunteers encourage each other to maintain a vegetarian diet. However, vegetarians outside of this community often feel isolated. It offers me a new perspective on why these gatherings matter. We talk about all kinds of topics in our vegetarian meetup, like why we choose to go vegetarian, the benefits of being vegetarian, and where to find tasty vegetarian food, etc. One of the participants is Chris, the lady in the middle. She specifically drove all the way from Seremban, which is at least an hour drive one way. She really cares about her health and has been trying to go vegetarian, but hasn't been able to stick with it. She came to the meetup, and there was a cardiologist, Dr. Wong Dek Lee, was promoting vegetarianism. So she got to talk to him and gain more confidence in vegetarian diet. After that, she even willing to take initiative in organizing future meetup for others to join. We created a WhatsApp group to stay connected, get to know each other, and join vegetarian events together. We even met up privately to join other vegetarian activities like Veg Fest, Green Buka Puasa, etc. This event was the third vegetarian meetup in KL held at Idealite. Just a few days after opening for registration, over 60 people signed up. Many of the participants not only came themselves but also brought their friends and family. On that day, we invited a vegetarian bodybuilder to share how you can be stronger and healthy on a vegetarian diet. Next, I would like to share on the Jing Generation Hope Goals project. The young man next to me is Brother Leon from Tzu Ching, also a junior doctor. He is a senior of team who represented Malaysia to participate in a selection event organized by the United Nations Asia Pacific Sustainable Development Summit. The project that entered was a thoughtfully designed vegetarian meal delivery service platform to promote vegetarianism. At that time, the team successfully made it into the top 15 and was working hard to break into the top 5. This competition has several evaluation criteria, and one of them was social media exposure. For every 100 likes, you get 1 point. The project was posted on Facebook, and Brother Leon worked hard for several days, asking people one by one to like the post. After getting 300 likes, with the deadline approaching the next day and none, he was really nervous and came to me for help. I guided him on how to promote it and share with all the Tzu Chi network I could reach. I'm very grateful that under Shang's teaching, Tzu Chi volunteers are very supportive of vegetarianism. The next day, the FB likes shot up to 1,600 and they got the full 10 points. The team ultimately made it into the top 5 and went to Bangkok at the end of February this year to share their vegetarian project. This photo is of the team after their presentation at the United States event in Bangkok. It is happy to see youth promoting vegetarianism on the international stage. Have you heard of veganery? It is an international movement where people around the world commit to eating vegan in January. We connected with the Central Veganery International team, and this year, for the first time, Veganery is collaborating with Porridge Malaysia to kick off the campaign in Malaysia. We promote veganery through social media and physical events. This is a veganery booth at IVG, where we encourage everyone to go plant-based. Here's a 2025 veganary global recap video. Let's watch the latest progress of veganary campaigns around the world.
What are we calling this month?
Veganuary.
Veganuary.
Veganuary 2025 is a wrap. This year, we asked the world to stop and question what was on their plate. And let's just say it got weird.
I think it's simply called weird.
Is this weird?
Quite weird.
Weird stuff.
Our attention-grabbing graphics turned heads via hundreds of billboards in Latin America, Germany, Spain, and the UK, and caused thousands of viewers to pause and think when they were served the ads on streaming platforms. The world may never look at a hot dog or latte the same way again. It's official, Veganuary 2025 was bigger than ever. More than 25.8 million people participated globally. In the UK, Chris Packham threw down the vegan gauntlet when he publicly challenged Jeremy Clarkson to try vegan. In the US, the city of West Hollywood, California proudly participated with a citywide Veganuary resolution, and a record-breaking 50 restaurants took part in New York City. And speaking of Hollywood, Woody Harrelson and wife Laura shared their favorite vegan recipe with participants this year in our celebrity cookbook. In Germany, Burger King announced the King Rib, a cheeky jab at McDonald's meaty McRib with their exciting new vegan option. And the German Federal Statistical Office found a link between Veganuary and a huge 12.5% reduction in meat sales in January 2024 compared to the 2023 annual average. What a win for animals. Meanwhile, a team of scientists in Antarctica took part in Veganuary throughout their Arctic expedition. Such a cool highlight. Pun intended. Veganuary is a growing phenomenon in Spain, with its second year seeing huge success on the streets, online, and in hundreds of media stories. Gracias, España! Veganuary expanded around the world, with our new partner countries in Peru, Malaysia, and Canada. Plus, a new sister campaign, V-March, will bring the Veganuary concepts to even more people when it launches next month in China. Our partners created some incredible buzz. Check out these giant veggies from the team in Switzerland. We loved seeing Veganuary on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire in Greece. In France, the city of Grenoble joined forces with organizations such as the AVF, the Plant-Based Treaty, and our partner L214 to raise the profile of plant-based food. To launch the initiative, a vegan ultra-endurance athlete ran 4 marathons in 4 days, finishing each stage by sharing a plant-based meal with the public. Vraiment incroyable! Worldwide, Veganuary 2025 was a sensation. So many brands used this Veganuary to launch and promote their vegan products, and our sponsor, This, made a splash with their hilarious ad campaign. 2025 saw incredible participation in the popular Workplace Challenge as organizations encouraged staff to try vegan, with leading names such as Philadelphia, the Natural History Museum, Lush, University of Exeter, Just Eat, and far more than we can list here. The Veganuary podcast is getting better every season. This year's guests included Love Island star India Reynolds, mountaineer Kuntal Joysher, actor Richard Morjani, Great British Bake Off baker Freya Cox, and actor Maggie Baird, Billie Eilish's mother and longtime plant-based advocate. We had some truly inspiring conversations. And finally, trying vegan was more visible than ever, with over 10,000 Veganuary media stories worldwide. Were you one of the 25.8 million? Thank you for taking part, and thank you for supporting this incredible movement. We hope you'll keep choosing vegan in the year ahead, and we're here to help. And of course, we can't wait for Veganuary 2026.
Thanks for watching. And the Veganuary team also conducted a survey for participants from around the world. Let's take a look at the key points from the official survey report. From this survey, we can see that 85% of the participants who signed up are women. Also, 34% of participants are omnivores and 11% are pescatarians, meaning a total of 45%, almost half of the Veganuary participants are not vegetarians. These survey questions: how many participants plan to make a significant change to their diet after Veganuary? 1% not reducing, 2% not sure, 60% reducing by less than half, and 50% reducing by at least half. 31% stay fully vegan. 50% plus 31% equals to 81%. Means 81% of participants who were not vegan will significantly change their diet. This question, what makes some participants decide to continue eating vegan? Only those participants who were not vegan before veganuary were asked these questions. We can see from the bar chart. Because through veganuary, majority of them learned more about veganism, improved health, and feel being vegan was easier than they expected. The last question, would you recommend veganuary to a friend or family member? 98% of participants say yes. Almost everyone is willing to invite others to try a plant-based diet, from just a participant to becoming an advocate for promoting plant-based eating. Now, you all may be wondering what is ProVeg about. Let me briefly introduce on ProVeg. ProVeg International is a food awareness organization supporting all stakeholders to benefit from the potentials of protein diversification. We promote innovations to complement animal-based foods. ProVeg mission is 50 by 40, means replacing 50% of animal products globally with plant-based and cultivated foods by 2040. ProVeg wish to create a world where everyone chooses delicious and healthy food that is good for all humans, animals, and our planet. ProVeg has 5 pros. They are pro-taste, pro-health, pro-justice, pro-animals, pro-environment. Through 5 pros, there are 5 action areas. These are 5 actions. The first one is support plant-based and culture food innovation. Second, support businesses and institutions in promoting plant-based options. Third, work with governments, NGOs, and researchers in creating plant-forward policies. Fourth, build a strong and collaborative network. And lastly, do public education and media. This is a world map, and all areas colored in light green are where ProVeg International having offices, whereas areas in dark green are where ProVeg grants and activities supporting. ProVeg International Director team came to KL Jingsi Hall and had a meeting with Tzu Chi to explore various possibilities for future collaborations. These photos were taken when ProVeg founder visited Jingsi Hall and shared on ProVeg missions in team activities. This was a launch event of ProVeg Malaysia, which took place 2 years ago. We also represented Tzu Chi to attend the event. This was 2 years ago at the TIMA conference held at Bodh Gaya Hotel, where we promoted vegetarianism and helped to over 300 healthcare professionals. It's important for healthcare professionals to understand the benefits of vegetarianism for health, because patients usually listen to their doctors, especially when it comes to diets. ProVeg also helped arrange a live session with Dr. Michael Greger, an internationally renowned doctor who advocates for plant-based diets. This photo was taken when ProVeg International and Tzu Chi US collaborated in UN events. Actually, ProVeg already collaborate with Tzu Chi in UN for many years. This was where ProVeg and Tzu Chi having a food and climate booth at the United Nations Climate Change Conference. These were the forums held by ProVeg and Tzu Chi and the UN Food System Summit. Let's watch a UN COP26 news produced by Tzu Chi US.
At COP26, the Buddhist Tzu Chi Foundation and ProVeg International co-hosted a press conference calling for systemic action from individuals, organizations, and governments to drastically reduce meat consumption and methane emissions.
And what has not been discussed here in Glasgow is the potential of plant-based proteins to mitigate the impact of food systems on the climate crisis.
Governments can create enabling environment for consumers. We need to get the price of meat, of dairy up, and we need to get the price of vegetables and plant-based products down. But we need the support of government with like concrete policies that favor the plant-based sector and plant-rich diets in general.
Therefore, we hope to see plant-rich diets in the global north as a multiple problem solution, and we hope to see it clearly featured on next year's COP's agenda in Egypt. We need to have plant-rich diets on the agenda.
The CEO of Impossible Foods also attended this press conference, proposing the goal of phasing out industrial animal farming by 2035 from the perspective of corporate social responsibility as well as the R&D of plant-based food technology.
Yeah, I founded Impossible Foods because I realized that it was the best way to halt the regression of climate change and the only way to reverse the collapse of global biodiversity. We set out to develop a technology platform that would outperform animals as a system for turning plants into meat and fish and dairy foods. And we have very strong proof of concept that that's working. Our intention is to scale that technology to effectively make animal agriculture obsolete by 2035. I picked 2035 because basically I thought we could realistically achieve our goal of replacing animals with a better technology for food production and that it needed to be urgent, so that's what we set as our target.
How will you be able to reach that goal?
Make the best, most delicious, healthy, affordable meat, fish, and dairy foods in the world, and no one will ever want to buy the animal products.
There is a compassionate food system in Tzu Chi, and we innovate into plant-based food and instant packs that can be quickly delivered in disaster response.
US is one of the biggest meat consumption area, but as far as Tzu Chi is concerned, they talk about taste, but actually the Tzu Chi plant diet, even our Tzu Chi own product, is very tasty and they are very good in terms of nutrition. So I'm very optimistic that even if it's a challenge, we can promote that in all the different levels of the society.
Tzu Chi's belief in a compassionate diet, the transformation of an individual's diet, and a collective concern for the environment and its ecology were also shared at another seminar on the transformation of food systems.
In a year time, we actually slaughtered more than 77 billion animals, and it's only for human consumption. We hope to promote deep down individual behavioral transformation that we wish to see in everyone's daily action. We hope that everyone can actually implement the action that they advocate in their life. Never underestimate the power of individual consumption practices and also the potential of faith-based organizations.
Thanks for watching. Up to now, Porridge International has more than 200 staff members from more than 20 countries. Let's jump into Veggie Challenge app created by Porridge team. We understand that adopting a plant-based diet is the most effective way to protect the environment. And through the collective power from each of us, we can create a positive impact on society. Now there are more than 660 people join the Veggie Challenge around the world. And this app is available in 9 markets with 7 languages. There are English, Dutch, Spanish, French, German, Polish, and Czech. Let's watch a short video clip on Veggie Challenge app introduction. Thanks for watching. Now let's go into more details. This is the Veggie Challenge Taiwan page. which we can have the company or NGO logo on the page. Each person can choose their own challenge, like 31 days flexitarians, 31 days vegetarians, or 31 days flexitarian, 31 days vegetarians, or 31 days plant-based. This is the 31-day roadmap. From day 1 to day 31, everyone can press a flower each day to do their daily diet check-in. This is the app's dashboard. It calculates your daily personal savings through the habit tracker. You can also see your organization's saving in a real time through the group dashboard. The efforts of everyone to eat plant-based foods, both among colleagues and across departments, are displayed in real time on the dashboard, encouraging healthy competition. In real time, all participants will be updated on savings per department or team and personal savings in terms of animal lives, CO2 emissions, land, and water usage. This app uses gamifications, allowing you to earn rewards like the Veggie Burger badge by completing tasks such as answering 10 quiz questions, logging your diet for 5 days, or viewing 20 recipes. It's not just about doing it alone, it's about the whole team doing it together. Participants can join the WhatsApp group, share tasty recipes or food photos in the group, and swap experiences. It's an interactive support group. From the apps, you can discover over 400 delicious recipes, including 70s from Malaysians. You can create your own personalized weekly menu, get a one-click shopping list. Once you select a recipe, it will show you the ingredients you need to buy in case you want to cook. Participants can read articles on the app, with topics like cooking and nutrition, health, vitamins and nutrients, practical tips, the science and impact. It's not just about participating. This app has plenty of interesting and informative articles for everyone to learn from. Participants will receive daily emails throughout the challenge. There are some email samples. The emails will cover plant-based diet knowledge and relevant information. After 31 days, ProVeg will generate an impact report showing the total savings in land, water, CO2, and animal lives. This can be included in the company's sustainability report, which will also help enhance the company's brand image. Let's say if 100 employees participate in 31-day veggie challenge, this is the amount of resources that we can save in just 1 month. 200 animal lives, 31,600 km driving by car, 58,000 times showers, 80 meter square land. ProVeg has also conducted a survey for Veggie Challenge participants with questions like, what is your attitude toward eating plant-based? We can see that from day 0 to after 30 days of participations, participants' attitude toward plant-based diets became much more positive, with no negative attitudes left. What is even more encouraging is that this positive attitude continued to last even 3 to 6 months later. From this survey, we can see that the difficulty of eating plant-based decreased significantly from day 0 to after 30 days of participations. This reduced difficulty continued to remain a similar level even 3 and 6 months later. This survey tracks participants from day 0 to 30 days and even after 3 and 6 months, showing how many have transitioned from meat eaters to vegan or vegetarian. It's really exciting to see through these surveys how this Veggie Challenge app has helped participants change their attitude toward plant-based eating and even become vegetarians. These are the organizations that have already taken up the challenge up to now. They are Nestle, and then Sanofi, Unilever, and etc. The founder of the publicly listed semiconductor company, Vitrox, Mr. Chu, he and the management team have been working hard to promote vegetarianism within the company and provide employees with a vegetarian subsidy. We introduced a Veggie Challenge app program to Vitrox, and they expressed great interest in it. This was the first pilot run of the Veggie Challenge Act in a company in Malaysia, thanks to Tzu Chi, who was a senior executive at the company, and she helped introduce the Veggie Challenge, Veggie Challenge there. In the Hitachi's Sunway Veggie Challenge closing ceremony, we asked in Mentimeter, how did you find the Veggie Challenge experience overall? And their response is a good exposure, it's user-friendly, it's healthy, it's simple, it's insightful, and they like the recipes, etc. According to various surveys, meat consumption in Asia has been increasing year by year. I am so shocked to see 300% meat consumption increase in Asia. From this news, we can see that Southeast Asia has the fastest growth in meat consumption. The main reasons are a growing population and increasing wealth, which have led to people to consuming more and more meat. This news article talks about how there isn't enough meat in Asia, so we have to import it. The founder of Top Glove, Country Lim Wee Chai, whom Sang Ren often mentions, had lunch with the Polish team and Country to discuss promoting vegetarianism. Country liked the idea of the Veggie Challenge and agreed to promote it within the company. The Veggie Challenge at Top Glove will follow the idea of the Tzu Chi 21-day health challenge, with participants ordering whole food plant-based meals and undergoing 2 blood tests before and after the challenge, with the goal of improving health. Last week, Top Glove conducted a survey internally, and already over 80 staff have expressed interest in learning more and participating in the challenge. As mentioned earlier, meat consumption in Asia is continuously rising, and international donors who support the vegetarianism also want to contribute to promoting vegetarianism in Asia. They will work with country to fund the health challenge at Top Glove, which will help lower the cost for each participant. This is one of the international donors, Ari Nessel. He is an American Buddhist entrepreneur and philanthropist. Through his organizations, Mobius, he has donated $40 million, means over RM 170 million, to non-profit initiatives working to improve the global food system. He is passionate about promoting plant-based diet and developing alternative food systems. He also advocates for environmental protection and climate change action. Seeing this rising meat consumption in Asia, he is keen to do more for the region. Currently, we are working on building connections for every nestle locally. This is ProVeg plan to promote the Veggie Challenge in conjunction with World Environment Day in June. We aim to link the concept of environmental protection to vegetarianism, encouraging organizations to compete in adopting a plant-based diet to help save the planet. This was the first meeting between ProVeg and 3 organizations to discuss and prepare for the initiative. Lastly, to wrap up my sharing, Tzu Chi volunteers guided by Sang Ren strongly believe in and support vegetarianism. Sang Ren cares deeply about plant-based diets. As we all know, some year-end blessing events over the years have focused on this theme. There are also many compassionate individuals and groups out there who are passionate about promoting vegetarianism for the sake of environment and animal welfare. If we can work together, learn from each other, share resources, and support one another, I believe we can create a bigger and faster impact in promoting plant-based diets. With more frequent disaster and worsening climate change, those of us who care about promoting vegetarianism and need to unite and speed up our efforts. As Sean once said, good and evil are in part of war. The side with more people will win. Galan for taking time to listen to my humble sharing. Let's keep up the good work. Galan.
Galan, Brother Chee for the wonderful journey on vegetarianism. You started off with a slide about your transformation. I must say that was What a great transformation. I haven't seen you before then, but I'm sure those people who know you has found a very new you. Interesting. What triggered you off to take the 21-day challenge? Was it because of you want to lose weight, or was it something else?
I think according to the survey, we realized that there are most of the participants of the 21-day challenge are middle age group. And then middle age group are those people who are start to suffering from these chronic diseases. I think big problem. That's why we promote this whole plant-based diet to the volunteers and to the public. Yeah. And then all the while, actually, I'm a vegetarian for more than 15 years, but I'm confident that being a vegetarian is good for environment and good for animal, but somehow I was less confident that being a vegetarian is good for health. But through this challenge, thanks very grateful for Dr. Eddie's guidance and teaching, we understand and we experience that how plant-based diet is so powerful and so good to our health. Yeah, and then we improve our health as volunteers, and then we are able to promote the plant-based diet in more confidence to the public.
An interesting point, Brother Chee. You mentioned you've been vegetarian for past about 15 years. But that 21-day challenge made that difference. The 21-day challenge make the difference for you to transform who you were before, and in terms of losing weight. Obviously, in the process of sustaining that right through in your plant-based diet.
I think actually I was losing weight 10 years ago. I was losing weight not because of this 21-day challenge, but obviously I improved my health through this challenge. Because I was having cholesterol problem, triglyceride problem, and then blood sugar problem. The most importantly is the cholesterol problem. Yeah, but so that after the challenge, then I can see how it significantly improve my cholesterol problem.
That brings things to the next point from what you said. Was obviously we know the goal. We know the goal of vegetarianism and plant-based diet, and not to consume life, and that is a very noble cause. But sadly, in the world, what is happening right now, there's very little compassion in humanity, with all the wars and killing human beings at the same time, and wars being escalated all over the place. Now, your last part of your sharing, I like the journey that you put up of, the journey from flexitarianism to vegetarianism, plant-based, and even pescatarian. And I think that is, to me, I think that is a very, should I say, a less daunting message for people who want to go into vegetarianism, because most of the time, it's a switch of within 24 hours from non-plant-based to plant-based, and that I think to me is frightening to a lot of people. But so your gradual progression, I think, was a very powerful message that you put through, and we hope that Brother Chee, I'm sure you're doing a lot in Tzu Chi to promote this, and great for you to share with us today your journey, and I hope that more and more will join you in your journey.
And then Brother Chin, and then every brother and sister to listen to my sharing. Thank you for your time. And
so
we shall
much
work
for
together. Yeah.
Thanks so much for your time to Brother Chee.
Yeah.
All right. So next we have Brother Chris Chew. Brother Chris Chew doesn't need any introduction. Brother Chris Chew has, and often you see in the chat group, he shared his expanded understanding of the Master's Jing Fu aphorism, and he will kindly share his write-up with all of us. So, Brother Chris Chu, I'll pass the platform to you, and Brother Chris was going to share with us Bodh Gaya beyond physical appearance, and obviously Brother Chris has been traveling the Bodh Gaya. All right, Brother Chris, platform all yours.
Good morning, everyone. Yeah, it's nice to be on this this morning's talk. Yeah, so I'll just share my slides. Hmm? Okay. Huh? Huh?
Brother Chris, you're muted at the moment. Brother Chris, we can see your slides, but you are muted.
Okay, I think I'm got it. Yeah. Bodh Gaya beyond appearance. This is something that I've been thinking about since my last trip, and I'd like to share what my thoughts are and reflections on this. Okay, the Bodh Gaya that we see and know, when we arrive at the first thing, when we arrive at the airport, you see there is all rundown. Then on the way from the airport to our office, the roads are full of potholes. The villagers live in mud houses where there are no doors, no windows, and they have a leaky thatch roof. Yeah, these are the appearances that we see, right? And the villagers are living in abject poverty. They have the roads are littered with cow dung and rubbish, and then the air is heavy with the smell of cow dung and stagnant water in the drains and the streams. Most villagers cannot read or write, and they don't seem to have any regular jobs. Yeah. In the mornings, they squat on the side of the road, brushing their teeth with a neem branch, without a care in the world. Then in the afternoons, they are resting under the trees in the shade. So when Tzu Chi volunteers go into the villages, there's always a small group of people that follow us around, observing whatever we do and listening to whatever we say to others. So this is, I'm very sure, is familiar to all those who have visited Bodh Gaya before, right? So this is the common scene and appearance in Bodh Gaya and in the villages. So these are the houses, mud houses without the doors and windows. These are the roads with the kaudang on it, but you see that this part of the road is well paved. This is not is meant to be, yeah. But beyond this road, further up, you see that there are potholes everywhere, yeah. Okay, so the Bodh Gaya that we see and know I find that after every trip, there are not many changes. I still see Bodh Gaya as being the same. But after my third trip, I suddenly realized that I just been seeing things as a mere visitor. Yeah. I have viewed everything based on physical appearances or obvious changes, and I analyze progress on the ground based on my own judgments of personal standards, my own belief systems, and compare the lifestyle and cultural values based on that where I live in my own country. So far, what I've seen and observed, to me, are just illusions concocted by my myopic mind. I cannot just rely on my five senses to judge the reality on the ground without acknowledging what's happening behind the scene and the formless changes that have occurred and will continue to occur when people change. Just some later I'll come back to this school. Some personal observations and reflections on Bodh Gaya. Reflecting on what I've described earlier in my first slide, the rundown airport building, the roads full of potholes, rubbish everywhere. Basically, it means that the government has no money to maintain the infrastructure, let alone improve it. And why is that? Because Bihar is one of the richest, the poorest states in India, right? And the economy in the state is not good, yeah. So next thing is, why is the traffic so chaotic? And why do drivers drive all over the road? And why do drivers keep warning? I've been thinking about this. And now I realize that to have a good traffic system, right? And drivers that can follow traffic regulations, right, and rules, there must be strict enforcement, yeah? And then why do drivers drive all over the road? Because there are potholes everywhere, and they want to avoid the potholes, right? And another reason, apart from the potholes, is that there are no lane lines to get the traffic to stick to their side of the road, right? So all the enabling environment and the right conditions for a good traffic flow is not there, right? And is made worse because there are too many people on the road, you know, the pedestrians on the road, the bicycles, the tuk-tuks, the cars, the lorries, everybody is squeezed onto the narrow roads. Yeah. The next thing is that why are there no big factories, industrial complexes, or multinational employers in Bodh Gaya, right? We don't really see them much. Well, the lowest literacy rate is in Bihar, yeah, and Bodh Gaya is in Bihar. There are no skills or innovative talent. There are no natural resources. And basically, the infrastructure and the communication system is not good. Right? So how to attract investments into Bihar? So unless the conditions, right, change, things will remain the same. Okay. Why is education a problem there? As you know, due to poverty, children drop out from schools. Yeah. So there are also a great lack of schools, even though in vocational institutions, there are government schools and a lot of NGO schools, but all these are still not enough. Yeah. And then the other thing is that there's a great lack of job opportunities. Right? And then the parents are uneducated until and unless they understand that the importance of education, they may not be very supportive of their children in the schools. Yeah. So this photo, my home sister love it very much. So they don't have enough classrooms. So this is a classroom in the corridor, right? Outside the school building. Then you find that there's one small boy in front of the whiteboard. What he's doing is that he's teaching the class, all right? The alphabets, ABC, the numbers, 1, 2, 3, and then the simple arithmetic, right? And to me, this teacher is very innovative, creative. Is getting the students themselves to listen to another student in the class. Yeah. So I'm sure they can understand better than if it comes from a adult teacher, because they are at the same level. Yeah. Okay. Getting back to Gaya Airport, like I say, the old building looks the same every time I get there. The arrival hall toilet is badly chipped, with the badly chipped toilet bowls, and the broken floor tiles is still the same, right? It's not such a good welcoming scene, but then tens of thousands of visitors come during for their pilgrimage during the peak season. So, but the government has no funds, yeah. But the tourist money that comes in, where did it go? Yeah. Maybe some of those funds should be allocated back into tourism, right? The airport and the infrastructure, yeah. During departure, right? The workers and the counters look exactly the same, right? Then every trip I was very annoyed with the extremely detailed and fussy checking of hand luggage. right, by the security officers. This procedure is the same. Every trip that I go there is the same. Yeah. So does that mean that nothing has changed? Really, no change at all? When I reflect back after my third trip, I see the airport differently because I have changed. Yeah. So I don't complain about how tedious is the checking, the hand luggage checking, and the long wait. Even though the procedures have not changed, I have changed. So I know exactly what to do. Yeah. And I go through the whole process calmly. I know what to take out and put into the trays. Yeah. All the metal things, all the batteries and all those electrical stuff, all has to put into the trays. So when I know exactly what to do, I don't have any stress, right, at the airport anymore. So to me, airport looks the same, but my view of it is different. Yeah. To me, it's quite functional and it's okay. It works. So this is the old airport. It looks okay from the outside, but inside is a little bit run down. Yeah. Okay, next, the local volunteers. When I see them after each trip, when I return, they look the same, right? So except that there's a few in my last trip that have gone off to Taiwan to attend the online, to attend the English course, Chinese class for about 6 months. Yeah. So currently the local volunteers are paid to work, and as they need a job to support themselves and their families. So as paid volunteers, they may understand the concept of altruistic volunteerism, right, without expectations or attachments. But unfortunately, they may not be able to truly experience this in their current situation. The local volunteers have actually progressed very well in their work duties and responsibilities after the few trips that I've been there. And they are now becoming uniform volunteers and attending the Chee and patient progression trainings regularly. So working in the Tzu Chi environment, they are immersed into the Tzu Chi culture and the ethics. So you can see from close observation that their behavior, attitude, and way of doing things have changed. Slowly, but surely it's changing. And I'm sure the momentum will gather pace, yeah, in time. Right from the start, when the 4 missions were unfolded in Bodh Gaya, the Tzu Chi work was concentrated in a few high poverty villages. So far, the local volunteers that we have recruited are from the poor in the villages or the students and youth in our education program or the middle income group. Yeah. Recently, we have managed to get in the boss of the construction company doing Tzu Chi's Thai village. And we have also earlier recruited the owner of the building that Tzu Chi has rented the office and the accommodation premises. So in future, the paid volunteers will be like our Thong Nguyen in Malaysia. But Bodh Gaya will still be lacking volunteers from the middle class and the professionals. Ideally, the composition of the local volunteers should be reflective of a cross-section of the general population in Bodh Gaya. What is needed is to recruit a group of Bodhisattva volunteers who are more educated, financially stable, or self-sustaining, and yet able to contribute time and efforts to participate in Tzu Chi activities there. So the biggest challenge in the recruitment of Bodhisattvas is how to recruit them from the group of people like the housewives, the students, the working adults, or the self-employed, and the retirees. We are not seeing much of this, so this is something that we have to work on. Okay, the English class, there's a regular English class running in our office. So this English class is one of my favorite places. Because whenever I'm there, I will join them at the start of the class. I'll share with them my contemplation on the Qingxi aphorism of the day, which we share with them every day, or share with them my understanding on the Master's Stories episodes, which they project onto the TV screen. Yeah, the teacher is the same, and the students are about the same faces, right? So there are no physical changes. Everything appears to be the same. However, I have made myself present in the class so that in terms of the interactions and the affinities between us have grown much better after the teachers and students were invited to attend the new volunteers training so that they can understand and know more about Tzu Chi. So now the teacher allows me to not only share on the Qingxi aphorism and the Master's stories, but also share on topics that would inspire the students, right? And give them hope, yeah, for the future. So sharing the Dharma with the students will plant the seeds of Bodhi in their hearts and hopefully lead them to the right path in life. So this English class is now not just a class to learn English anymore. Yeah. Hopefully we can transform it into a class of hope and aspirations. The students are from the villages or the urban poor, so they need to be inspired to break out from the chains of bonds of poverty, low self-esteem, and limited ambitions. Guide and empower them to realize that they too have unlimited potential. That's what Master says, yeah? And the big world outside of Bodh Gaya offers unlimited possibilities for those who dare to break out from their current mentality of inadequacy and low self-esteem. You see, when I was there in my second trip in the English class, in the class, the students, there's a segment on the students asked to share on what they have listened or seen the Ching of Buddhism or the stories being shown the day before. Right. And I was a bit disappointed to see that very few of the students would want to share. Right? And then if there's any, there's always that couple of same students that share every session. Yeah. So I asked the teacher for permission. I went to the front of a class and I told the students, this is a English class. You come here to learn English so that you can improve yourself, your English, so that you can speak proficiently and it will help you in your future career. Yeah. So take the chance, opportunity to do sharing so that you can get to speak well and think well in English. Don't give up the opportunity. So why come here for a couple of hours and then waste your time here because you don't even get to practice what you learn, right? And share what's in your mind. Right? So I told them that you must have the courage, right? Even though your sharing may not be good, right? Or you may say something wrong, doesn't matter because after that, making that poor sharing and the one, whatever it is, the next time you will be better. Yeah. And you'll keep improving. So this me in the class and the teacher is really very obliging. Yeah. And he knows that the students need this. Okay, the Thai village. The Thai village, when I was there, was almost completing. So I've just seen on the chat that the completed and handed over to the few fortunate villagers, 33 or 34 of them. So the hardware of the houses and the Tzu Chi volunteers have actually prepared them to stay in the house with briefings and then life sketches. How to look after the house and live happily and harmoniously in the village. So this thing about beyond the seeing beyond the physical houses in the Thai village, changes will definitely appear, right? And just to share with you what are the changes and the adjustments that the villagers have to face, yeah, and have to make, right? When they shift into the houses and stay in one of these Thai village houses instead of the mud houses that they stay in previously. So the lifestyle changes are they cannot keep domesticated animals in the house, such as the cows, the goats, the chicken, the ducks, etc., which you will find in almost every house in the village. Yeah. So they cannot do that now. So they also cannot do wood fire cooking in the house. Yeah. Then they have to maintain a good clean condition inside and outside the house. But one thing has not changed. The income and job has no change. So with staying in the house, nice house, trigger future changes in their attitude and mindset. This is something that we have to see and observe, right? So what the house owners, the new house owners have done is that they're still keeping the old house. Then their animals are in the old house, right? And then they continue to do wood fire cooking in the old house. So I don't know, right? Staying in the new house is they are just sleeping there and just occupying the house. But the basic things have not changed. Like cooking is still in the old house. All the animals, farm animals are still in the old house. So owning the new house and living in it, can it be a catalyst for change in attitude and mindset? Yeah. Because they were very generously given a new house for free. So are they generous enough to offer their old house to others who are homeless? What would be the new relationship between the Thais house owners and the other villagers who are still living in their rundown houses, the leaky roofs? Could they become role models in behavior and actions and turn Thai village into a model village in the area? Yeah. This is something that we will see with the Tzu Chi volunteers' efforts. Hopefully, things will change, right? And change at a faster pace than what was before. So these are the new houses almost finished in my last trip. And these are the briefings that we organized for the potential house owners. Okay, this is they don't have this is the outside common toilet, right? So they don't have. You can see the condition of this. There's no roof. There's no door. Right? Maybe just a curtain. Right? It is dropped down. So these people who are occupying the houses, we have to show them, right? And this is what is in their original old house, yeah. The wood fire cooking and the cow dung, yeah. Okay, next I want to share the pace of life versus the pace of change. The pace of life is comparatively very slow and easygoing, right? So we can see that the villagers are quite laid back and they don't seem to have a sense of agency or the pace or speed of doing things as compared to the bigger cities or in other countries like Malaysia, yeah. So the people there are too accepting of their situation, so much so that their ambitions and aspirations are stunted and unable to arise. They just let things happen at the usual pace and let time decide for them, right? If they don't decide. So we can see that the pace of change here is agonizingly slow. So overseas volunteers have no choice. They have to learn to be patient. They have to learn to be tolerant, be accommodative, and able to endure. Right? Without this, they will suffer and get stressed out. So how to teach the locals to quicken the pace of change? We have to immerse them into the Tzu Chi culture and missions, where time is of the essence and every second counts, as what Master says. Yeah. So we have to get them to join Tzu Chi activities, which have inbuilt time schedules and preset goals. Yeah. So the local volunteers have to become role models for change. Then we have to inculcate in them a sense of mission and purpose in their work, right? Which Tzu Chi activities always do. Then they have to realize that the poor and the needy deserve urgent and timely help, right? And this is our duty as a Tzu Chi volunteer. The 1C, 1V, 1C, one village, one community, for a period of time, after the Tzu Chi volunteers first started working in Jajespo, the progress was good and things were moving at quite a good pace. However, the pace has dropped and progress seems to have stagnated, yeah, in my last trip, especially. So now the 1C, 1V, 1C initiative started off in Jajespo and now moving on to Selonja and the other villages. So the 1V, 1C basically is setting up the CLE or the joint effort or concerted effort foundation part of Tzu Chi's 4-in-1 structure. Yeah. So in every village, local villager volunteers are needed to carry out Tzu Chi work on the ground. So without setting up the CLE and building up a group of dedicated local volunteers, Tzu Chi activities in the village cannot move smoothly at a good pace, independently from other villages. At the moment, we are getting all our office-based local volunteers to go and push the activities in every village. But then there are not enough local village volunteers to really keep the momentum going. So the villagers there need to experience the power of concerted cooperative efforts to revitalize their village so that all the villagers can live a better life, starting with the 5 zeros, right? Of zero waste, zero meat, zero beggar, zero school dropout, and zero alcohol. On the zero beggars, you will see beggars on the streets, outside the temples and in tourist attractions. Why? Because it's easy money, requiring no skills, except trying to show your worst appearance to gain sympathy, yeah, so that the tourists will donate to you or give you some money. What you see is not yet the whole picture, right? For those who have been there, that's not the whole picture. There are transient beggars, yeah, who appear already during the peak tourist season, right? The situation can be so bad that 90% of the villagers in Jajispo, right, as commented by a local, turn to begging when the tourists flood the tourist attractions there and in the city, yeah. Okay, we move on to this alcoholism. Why is it so bad in the villages? The villagers make alcohol from a certain type of coconut, right? Which is very common there. 1 liter of local alcohol is only 80 rupees, which is 4 ringgit and 80 cents Malaysian money, right? Or $1 US. It's cheap, very cheap, right? Easily available and addictive, yeah. So it's common for the village alcoholics, whether male or female, to drink 1 bottle every night, right? So they not only waste their money, affect their health, but they also create havoc at home, yeah, in the family. All right, a lot of abuse and physical abuse and whatnot for to the children, yeah. Zero school dropout. This is a challenge that really needs very sincere and compassionate efforts from the local volunteers to restore the children's hope for a better future. Poverty is the main reason for the school dropout. So the charity team has to work together with the education team to resolve the situation. But the thing more in my mind is that the schools may not be in a good condition, right? They lack teachers, they lack classrooms. But the thing is that when Siew volunteers go in with their Qingxi aphorism and their presence, right, they not only bring in the Dharma to the schools, but they also bring in the drama to the schools as well. Because when the Siew volunteers go there, you know, the students there see something different, a different group of people that makes them happy, right? Get them to do things and watch, shows, live sketches, right? So this is something that will brighten their day, right? And maybe inspire them to go to school every day. Yeah. Okay. So Tzu Chi is not in Bodh Gaya to bring in the tons of materials and goods and money to distribute to the poor and the needy. So we are mainly there to guide them and show them how to help themselves and others, gathering their own resources and joint efforts to get things done that will benefit everyone in the village. So this is the most compassionate and sustainable way, right? The Tzu Chi way. I came across this photo. I thought I'll share with you very quickly. This is an unfinished, abandoned NGO school, right? So in Judgespo, we cannot find any suitable places for our master tell story sessions and our so-called this 1V 1C activities, where you need a place for them to show the slides and so on. So we make use of this building. So you can see that this place looks really run down and whatnot. But Tzu Chi volunteers are very resourceful, right? They bring their plastic sheets, put on the floor. It looks nice and clean, right? Then we can have the sharing there, so we make use of whatever we have, yeah. And this is a photo that I came across. We went to this place, walking along the streets after our activities. So this place, interestingly, is actually a government-sponsored preschool. Preschool and also a bit of the childcare thing, because this place is open for a few hours in the morning until lunchtime. There's one teacher and one caretaker or cook, yeah. So the kids, the young kids who don't go to school, too young to go to school, they'll come here, right? So that then the teachers will teach them something, yeah. And then after that, they have a meal then they go home, right? So this will relieve a bit of the parents' stress. Yeah, I think this is very good. I don't know whether Tzu Chi can help with this, right? Okay. Finally, my conclusion. So when Master shared her wish and aspirations for Buddha land to repay Buddha's grace, she has actually planted a costful seed in each volunteer's heart to help realize her wishes and aspirations for Buddha land. So based on the law of cause and effect, once the cause is planted, the effect will be forthcoming. But we don't know when or how. So the right conditions must mature and converge before the effects can be seen. The waves of overseas volunteers arriving here, and they kept planting seeds of goodness and change in every local that they meet, building good affinities and helping the poor and needy in the society. At the same time, working through Tzu Chi missions, they create the right environment to induce the right conditions to mature and convert so that the karmic effects can be born early. Hopefully, the karmic effects are the good effects that we are all working to achieve. The collective karma of the people in Bodh Gaya have to be lightened through more kindness and good deeds to ensure a better future for Bodh Gaya. The work ahead is extremely challenging, and we need to be really persistent and compassionate in our efforts, because the culture here, the endemic poverty, and the pervasive helplessness is difficult to overcome, but it's not impossible. So we are seeing signs of positive change and transformation. But those that we see from the physical appearance are not the significant ones. People's mind has to be purified and awakened before any significant outward external transformation can happen. So it's the duty of every Tzu Chi volunteer to bring back Master's true Buddha Dharma to Bodh Gaya and pass it on to everyone there. Kanun, everyone. Thank you very much for listening, and hopefully my talk can make you reflect back and contemplate on what has happened in Bodh Gaya, and your next trip there, you'll probably see things in a different light. Yeah. Kanan.
Kanan, Brother Chris, for the great message. And also highlighting some of the great work that you have been doing there in helping to plant the good seeds and transforming the minds of the youth in there. And one interesting point, Brother Chris, you brought up is when you're there and you shared on Master's Ching aphorism, the stories and also the other topics, which hopefully they will find inspiration too. So, Brother Chris, now that you're back here, are you still nourishing those seeds to germinate and do it online to share with them?
I've only been sharing the Chee aphorism on a very regular basis, every couple of days, or every day, if possible. But not something that I would like to make it a little bit more, right? If possible. Yeah. If there's any opportunity, I'll probably take it up.
You can do it online.
My next trip there is most likely in June, July. So I will try to see whether I can get something going online. Yeah.
It will be wonderful.
Yeah.
Because otherwise,
because
it'll be really
the English class students there are really they are really open to to masters Dharma, and they really want to have that opportunity, right, to open up their own potential, yeah, and help their families and the society in Bodh Gaya.
So, Kanan, so much, Brother Chris, for the great work, and also
Kanan, everyone.
Your aspiration, and hopefully continue to nourish the good seed that we planted, and hopefully they will sprout to young shoots.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, if Chris, can you stop your slide share, and we haven't taken a photo actually, and I hope that everybody can turn on your photo, and we will then have just a Su Ching, maybe you can take the photo. All right, and then thank you so much for everyone for staying back to listen all the way to the end. All right.
Thank you, everyone.
Everyone, please, on the video.
So much, and y'all have a great weekend. I know it's Qingming week; everybody's busy going back. And I just came back from Ipoh yesterday and managed to avoid the jam going there, but traffic. I was coming back last night. The traffic going back was very heavy. All right. So that's all we have for this Saturday, and so I wish you have a great weekend. And so as we end this session, let's offer 3 bows to the 3 jewels, to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. First bow of reverence. Second bow of devotion. Third bow of gratitude. We also offer a bow to the abode masters. Bow. Okay, great. So you all have a good weekend and a good week ahead. It's going to be a long weekend, of course, because of the public holiday. And I will see you back again next week, Saturday.
Kanan, brother, for the good hosting. Take care, everyone. Bye.